Stop before you go anywhere. Answer this question. You are watching a movie in English. Someone says, I am exhausted. Do you know what that means? What about frustrated or thrilled?
If you are not 100% sure, this lesson is for you. Today, we are going to fix that problem. You will learn real English vocabulary, words you actually use every day.
Stay with us. This is going to be a great lesson. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Kate.
Hi, everyone. I'm Martin. Thank you so much for being here today. We are really happy to see you.
If this is your first time on our channel, welcome. We make English lessons every day. Simple, fun, and useful lessons for everyday English.
And if you have been here before, thank you. You are amazing. We love our community here.
Now, before we start today's lesson, please do one small thing. Click the like button. It really helps us. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe now. It is free and it means a lot to us.
Also, leave a comment today. We read every comment. We love hearing from you. It makes us so happy.
Okay, are you ready? Let's start.
So, Kate, today is a big day. We have a 1-hour vocabulary lesson.
Yes, and I am so excited about this one, Martin, because vocabulary is everything in English.
That is so true. You know, many learners study grammar. They study verb tenses, articles, prepositions, all of that. And grammar is important, but vocabulary is what makes you understood.
Exactly. If you know the right words, people understand you, even with small grammar mistakes. But if you don't know the words, you cannot communicate.
Right. Imagine you are at a restaurant and you want to say the food is too salty, but you don't know the word salty. What do?
You point at the food and make a face.
Exactly, and that is not comfortable. So today, we fix that.
Today, we're going to cover vocabulary in different categories. We will talk about feelings and emotions, daily life words, describing things, and so much more.
And we will give you real examples, sentences you can use tomorrow in real conversations.
This is going to be practical, not just a list of words. We will show you how to use them.
Let's go.
Okay, Martin, let's start with feelings because feelings are something we talk about every day.
Great idea. Let's start with a very common one, exhausted.
Oh yes, exhausted. This means very, very tired. Not just a little tired, very tired.
For example, I can say, I worked 10 hours today. I am exhausted.
Or, after the gym, she was completely exhausted.
Good. And here's the key. We do not usually say very tired in spoken English. We say exhausted. It sounds more natural.
That is a great tip. Okay, next word, frustrated.
Oh, I know this feeling.
We all do. Frustrated means you are upset because something is not working. You tried, but it's not going the way you want.
For example, I am so frustrated. My computer keeps crashing.
Or, she felt frustrated because nobody listened to her.
Good. And the next one, thrilled.
Oh, I love this word. Thrilled means very, very happy, excited about something good.
For example, I got a new job. I'm thrilled.
Or, the children were thrilled to see the snow.
Beautiful word. Okay, Kate, what about anxious?
Yes, anxious is a really important word. It means worried, nervous about something that might happen.
Like before a big exam or a job interview.
Exactly. I feel anxious about my presentation tomorrow.
Or she was anxious about traveling alone for the first time.
Very natural sentence. Okay, one more for feelings. Relieved.
Oh, relieved is such a good feeling.
Yes, relieved means you were worried about something and then everything went okay and now you feel better.
For example, I was so relieved when the doctor said everything was fine.
Or, he was relieved when the test was finally over.
Great, so we have exhausted, frustrated, thrilled, anxious, relieved.
5 great words, and now you can describe your feelings in English much more naturally.
Okay, let's move to everyday life vocabulary. These are words for situations we face every day.
Yes. Let's start with something simple. Grab.
Grab, like grab something with your hand.
Yes, but in spoken English, we use grab for many things. Can you grab me a coffee? It means, can you get me a coffee?
Oh, that's very natural. So instead of, can you bring me a coffee, we say, can you grab me a coffee?
Exactly. It is more casual, more spoken English. Also, let me grab my bag and I will be right back.
Nice. Okay, next word. Figure out.
Oh, this is a phrasal verb and it is super useful.
Figure out means to understand something or find a solution.
For example, I cannot figure out how to use this app.
Or, don't worry, we will figure it out.
This one is everywhere in English conversation. You will hear it all the time.
Okay, what about hang out?
Yes, hang out. This means to spend time with someone in a relaxed way, like friends.
Do you want to hang out this weekend?
We just stayed home and hung out. It was nice.
Great. And the next one, run out of.
Run out of. This means you have no more of something.
We ran out of milk. I need to go to the store.
I am sorry, we have run out of your size. Imagine a shop assistant saying that.
Very real life example. Good.
One more. Put off.
Put off means to delay something, to do it later instead of now.
I keep putting off my homework. I need to stop.
Don't put off going to the doctor. Your health is important.
Green advice, Martin. Okay, so for everyday life, we have grab, figure out, hang out, run out of, and put off.
These are real phrases that real people use every single day.
All right, let's talk about describing words, adjectives, because learners often use the same words again and again.
Like saying everything is good or bad.
Yes, let's go beyond that. First word, cozy.
Cozy. I love this word.
Cozy means warm, comfortable, and relaxing, usually about a place.
This cafe is so cozy. I love coming here.
We stayed in a cozy little cabin in the mountains.
Perfect word for winter. Okay, what about stunning?
Stunning means extremely beautiful, when something takes your breath away.
The view from the top of the mountain was stunning.
She looked stunning at the party.
Beautiful. Okay, overwhelming.
Oh, this is a very useful one. Overwhelming means too much to handle, when something is too big, too fast, or too difficult.
The city was overwhelming at first. So many people, so much noise.
Starting a new job can feel overwhelming, but it gets better.
That is so true. I know. Okay, bland.
Bland means without taste, without interest. Boring, but usually about food or something that should be exciting.
This soup is bland. It needs more salt.
The movie was bland. Nothing really happened.
Good. And the last one for this section, genuine.
Genuine means real, true, honest, not fake.
She gave me a genuine smile. I could feel it.
He is a genuine person. He always tells the truth.
That is a lovely word. So we have cozy, stunning, overwhelming, bland, and genuine.
Great describing words. Use them and people will think, wow, your English is really good.
Exactly.
Okay, Martin, I want to share some tips now because learning vocabulary is one thing, but remembering it is another.
That is so true. I think a lot of learners study words and then forget them the next day.
Yes. So, tip number 1, use the word on the same day you learn it. Do not wait. Use it today, in a sentence, in a message to a friend. Even just say it out loud.
Yes, speaking the word helps your brain remember it. It is not just about reading.
Tip number 2, learn words in sentences, not alone. Do not just write, exhausted, very tired. Write, after the long flight, I was completely exhausted.
The sentence gives the word a home. Your brain remembers the situation.
Tip number 3, Review your words before you sleep, just 5 minutes. Look at the words you learned that day. This really helps your memory.
Scientists call it despacing effect. Reviewing at the right times helps you remember forever.
And tip number 4, connect new words to your life. For example, if you learn the word frustrated, think, when do I feel frustrated? Make it personal.
That makes the word real for you, not just a word in a book.
And last tip, don't try to learn too many words at once. 10 words a day remembered well is better than 50 words forgotten.
Quality over quantity, always. Okay, let's practice now. I want you to try these sentences. Kate and I will give you examples, and you can repeat them out loud.
Yes, speaking practice is so important. Even if no one is listening, just speak.
Ready? Let's start.
I am exhausted after a long day. Now you try. Say it out loud.
Good. Now this one. I feel anxious before big exams. Go ahead. Say it.
The cafe was so cozy. I did not want to leave. Your turn.
Let me figure out the best way to do this. Try it.
We ran out of time, but it was a great day. Say it with a smile.
I'm so relieved the project is finished. One more.
The view from the hotel was absolutely stunning. Go on, say it.
Can you grab me a glass of water, please? Nice and natural.
I keep putting off going to the gym. I need to stop. I say this to myself every week.
Me too, Kate. Me too.
It felt overwhelming at first, but I got used to it. Great sentence for learners, right?
Perfect, because learning English can feel overwhelming sometimes. But look at you. You are here. You are learning. That is amazing.
Yes, we are really proud of you.
Okay, we have time for a bonus round. More vocabulary. Fast and fun.
Let's do it.
Awkward. This means uncomfortable or embarrassing, like a silence between two people. That was an awkward moment.
Vivid. This means very clear and bright, usually about memories or colors. I have a vivid memory of my first day at school.
Decent. This means good enough, acceptable. Not amazing, but okay. The hotel was decent, clean and comfortable.
Peculiar. This means strange or unusual. There was a peculiar smell in the room.
Cope. This means to deal with a difficult situation. How do you cope with stress?
Eager. This means very enthusiastic, ready and excited to do something. She was eager to learn English.
Dull. This means boring or not bright. The weather was dull and gray.
Spontaneous. This means doing something without planning, just in the moment. Let's be spontaneous and go on a trip this weekend.
Oh, I love spontaneous trips.
Me too. Okay, a few more. Vague. This means not clear, not specific. His answer was vague. I didn't understand what he meant.
Fierce. This means very strong or intense. There was fierce competition at the tournament.
Mutual. This means shared between two people. We have a mutual friend.
Assume. This means to think something is true without proof. Don't assume. Always ask first.
Great advice. Smiles. And the last bonus word, determine. To decide firmly, to be committed. She was determined to learn English fluently.
And that is you. You are determined. You are watching this full lesson. You are putting in the work. We see you, and we believe in you.
Okay, here is our question of the day.
We ask a question at the end of every lesson, and we want you to answer in the comments.
Today's question is, which word from today's lesson do you like the most, and why?
Is it cozy? Is it stunning? Is it genuine? Tell us.
Write it in the comments below. Even one sentence is perfect. Writing in English is great practice.
And we always reply to comments, so if you write something, we will read it and respond.
We love hearing from you. It makes this community so special.
Okay, everyone, we are coming to the end of today's lesson, and I just want to say thank you.
Seriously, thank you. You spent 1 hour with us today. That shows real commitment. That shows you really want to improve your English.
And it will pay off. Every word you learn today, That is a word you will use tomorrow, and next week, and next year.
Language learning takes time, but every day you learn something new, you are one step closer.
Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You are doing great.
And remember, it is not about being perfect. It is about communication. It is about connection.
If people understand you, you are succeeding. And you are.
Before you go, please like this video. It helps us so much, and it tells YouTube that this lesson is useful.
Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a lesson. We post new content every day.
And share this video with a friend who is learning English. Maybe someone in your family, someone at work. Help them learn too.
Learning together is always more fun.
All right, everyone. We had so much fun with you today.
Take care of yourselves. Keep practicing, keep going.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next lesson.
Bye-bye.